Hello my friends and welcome back to another thrifting video. Last week I took you guys to the Salvation Army outlet, aka the BINS. I went thrifting for hours. I dug through bins and bins of donations, of things that didn't sell at other locations. And I was able to pull out lots and lots of items that were amazing and that I could resell for profit online. Last week I spent $89.39 thrifting in the bins. I bought 28 items from the bins to resell, and I went through and counted up how much I should make from every single item I picked up to resell last week, and I'm looking at $975 worth of profit from last week's video where I went thrifting in the bins. Now, the same day after I went thrifting in last week's video, I went to a regular thrift store where I happened to spend within 20 cents of what I spent at the BINS location. So I went to a red, white, and blue thrift store and I spent $89.18 there. So similar in price that I thought it'd be interesting to take a look at what I picked up from my second thrift haul of going to a normal thrift store, and then we can compare it to what I got from the BINS last week. So it's gonna be a breakdown of which place is more worthwhile thrifting at for profit, what kind of pros and cons there are to both kinds of thrifting. And I'm excited to show you guys the haul of what I picked up from a normal thrift store the same day that I went to the BINS last week. So I think it's gonna be a fun video. I've never done a video like this before, but if you guys enjoy it, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and give today's video a thumbs up. But let's jump into the thrift haul of what I picked up. So at both locations, I did buy some things for myself or for family. So if you missed last week's video, I found tons of things for myself. I didn't take those things out of how much I paid on either trip. So it's probably about even. I probably got more things for myself at the BINS, even though it cost me more to buy them at the regular thrift store. The first thing that I picked up at the normal thrift store, the red, white, and blue thrift store, is a bra. And I picked this up because it was really inexpensive and a great brand that sells really quickly, usually for me, and that is Third Love. I love selling Third Love bras. They tend to do really well. This size is a 32F, which is great, and it's the 24/7 classic t-shirt bra, and this was $1.99, which felt like a deal at the normal thrift store. Maybe would have cost me 25 cents if I was thrifting in the BINS, but for at a normal thrift store, $1.99 is not bad, and it's in great shape, and I feel like that's a great size too. So that's the first piece, and I expect to be able to sell that for around $20 to $25. Next up is this piece, which I was so excited to find. Can you see the little heart over here? If you guys don't know, this heart is a staple of this brand, and I've talked about this brand many times, but this is Play by Comme des Garçons, which is a very expensive brand. Play is a little bit less expensive from this brand, but if you see this, Comme des Garçons, this is very expensive when you find it, and it's really well known, the Play things at least, for having this heart with the eyes on it. I found this really cute little polka dot shirt. It's a long sleeve and it's in great condition with the embroidered little heart guy on it, and it's in a size large. So this is I would say a women's size large from the looks of it. Really great shape. It was $30, which I thought was way too expensive, but white that day was half off. So I did pick this up for $15. And I do think this should be able to sell for at least 50 bucks. So I thought that it was worthwhile. It is a navy blue. It's a gorgeous shirt. I'm hopeful that this was worth picking up because this is probably the most expensive thing I bought. Actually, it is the most expensive thing that I bought. But I do think that it was worth it for how great of a brand this piece is. So we'll see if that pans out for me. The next piece I picked up was this really cute little baby doll style top. It's kind of a knit sweater, which is perfect for heading into fall. This is a very popular shirt. It's from Aritzia, and I saw so many Aritzia pieces there at this thrift store that were new with tags. If they were new with tags, those things were marked up. Like they were like $50, $100, which I thought was really wild because there are so many things that are way more expensive than that at thrift stores, but because they don't have the tags, the workers don't know, so then they don't get marked up nearly as high. But I did find this little Aritzia piece. This is from the brand Wilfred. And so that's what the tag looks like. If you find a Wilfred piece, then know it's sold at Aritzia. So is Babaton. There's a lot of things that are like TNA, just like brands that you kind of have to know that are sold at these places, but aren't the actual name of the location. But this is a size medium. It was $5.99. But this is apparently called the Soloist top, which is very popular. It's this cutie pie, a little like pointel blouse with the scalloped edges, really adorable, excellent condition, and it looks like it should sell for around 40 bucks, which I think is great. As of last week, when I was showing you all the bins things, I found so many great pieces in the Goodwill Outlet. I found so many great pieces in the bins that should sell for around 50 bucks too. So it's just like a give or take. Do you prefer looking through a rack where everything is on a hanger, where it might be a little bit more organized, or are you okay with digging through a mountain of clothing and pulling out little pieces of treasure and like sorting through more things? So let me know down below, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer shopping in the bins or do you prefer shopping from a rack? Obviously, there are pros and cons to both, and I do think that as a newer reseller, if I was just starting off, I think that starting with a rack would be better because you could spend more time on each piece, looking things up, learning, feeling things, realizing what things are high quality by touch. I think that that is where I would suggest you start if you're trying to go out and thrift things. If you don't have a lot of experience, the bins can be super overwhelming and can be a little bit harder to be able to look things up quickly and in like a time efficient manner when you have like thousands of things to look through. This piece I am so excited about. This might be the best thing I found, and it was not even very expensive. This was $3.99. This was in the pajama section, and it is not pajamas, my friends. It is an amazing little blouse. It's purple, and then it has some see-through detailing up here, but it is a Sundance top with this amazing, gorgeous butterfly detailing. Like, can you believe how gorgeous this is? And this is so popular right now. Like the terms fairy and whimsy goth and just like boho print. Like there's so many things that this can hit that people are looking for. Purple's a really popular color for on the resale market as well because there's not tons of purple, I feel like, compared to a lot of other things out there. But this is also a great blend of different fabrics as well. So here is the Sundance logo up here. It's a size large, great size, and it was $3.99, which is amazing. It's cotton and modal and spandex, and then the trim is 100% silk. So this is a stunning piece. I know that this is going to do really well. My guess is that it will probably resell, I would say 65 bucks, maybe even $75. That was such a good find for $3.99. Heck yes, I love that. If you've been wondering where I sell all of these pieces or how I'm able to make money selling these things online, then today's sponsor is for you. I am happy to be working with Depop, which is my favorite online reselling platform. I think that they are the easiest one to get started with because they make things so simple while you're actually listing. But also Depop isn't just for full-time resellers. If you're just a casual seller or if you just have a few things you want to list from your own closet, Depop is the perfect place for you. You'll get the most out of your listings on Depop because they have 0% selling fees. So you're not losing a quarter of whatever you sell it for to a big business. And in my opinion, they have the most casual buyers and casual sellers where the people are nice. You don't have to have the biggest, nicest brands. You can just sell what you have and people want what you have. So I highly recommend using Depop if you're a reseller, if you're a casual seller, and if you're making a new account, then you'll get a free week of boosted Depop listings. So that'll get more eyes on your listings right from the start and give you a good, steady little into your time on Depop. But thank you again to Depop for sponsoring today's video. I absolutely adore them. My favorite place to sell. But let's head back into the haul. Then we have this beautiful skirt. This was all messed up when I found it. It took me a long time to write it. It's a wrap style skirt and it is a gorgeous white color with this amazing embroidered detailing across the bottom and scalloping as well. It's absolutely stunning. And then it has a side here where it wraps and ties alongside and like multiple layers of ties. There's like 3 ties there. And then we have that same embroidery down the front and it's lined. It's beautiful. I love this skirt. And this is from J. Crew, which I love selling. If you guys have watched my recent brands list video, I talk about J. Crew in it. But this is the J. Crew label and it's a size 24. So this is a plus size skirt. It's absolutely amazing and it has so many great details to it. And this was $5.99. So I felt like this was probably at least worth 35 to 50 bucks. It's a gorgeous skirt and it's 100% cotton. So I feel like representing some plus size girlies out there with an amazing white skirt, which is so on point, so on trend right now for even going into fall. I think this will be great with the cottagecore, kind of boho, embroidered vibes. There's a lot of good keywords I can use to help sell this piece. Wonderful. Then I also have this piece, which I was shocked to have found, and the tag came off somewhere along the way, on the way home, so I forget how much this puppy was, but this is a Dagny Dover little phone sling. I'm so happy I was able to find this. So it's like shtick is that you can just, you know, basically go somewhere. It's almost like a belt bag because it's small, but like you can just wear it. And I love this like mauve color. It's absolutely beautiful. And Dagny Dover's whole shtick is a lot of like neoprene, and it's like washable, really nice pieces. Their baby bags are really popular. And you can also change where you hold on to this thing. So you can go more like a sling or you can go more like a belt bag. This should resell for like 40 bucks. It depends on what color you find too, on if they're more sought after or not. But it's a really nice little bag. They are typically really expensive, new, any Dagny Dover piece. And I've sold Dagny Dover pieces for over 100 bucks before. And this was also a brand on my brands list video. So if you guys haven't watched that video, you definitely need to make sure you watch it because it is one to know. And then last 2 things to resell. So we have 8 items to resell. I did find 2 Aloe yoga pieces. I'll leave the best one for last. So this one was so cool. I found this on a men's like new rack they were wheeling out, and I don't think they knew what these were, but I think these are women's actually. They are, I think, the Moto style like sweatpant from Aloe Yoga. These were $4.99, and then the aloe is on the back here behind the knee. I really enjoy Aloe Yoga for me, myself, like personally. I think it's a great brand. I love their pieces. I do think that the scarcity marketing is not my favorite from any brand, so I don't love that. But I do think for finding these on the secondhand market for $5, heck yes, these are awesome. If these are women's, I would say these are like a size large. If these are men's, they're probably like a size medium, maybe a small, but they are like a charcoal gray. I think this is awesome. They have great stretch. Their pull tag is no longer on them. I can sell those for at least 35, 40 bucks. And then these ones, I feel like this is sweet that I found these. These, I forgot. I got these too. These are 15 bucks. So these are amongst the most expensive things that I grabbed. But these are a pair of Nuit Tags Aloe Accolade sweatpants. Absolutely crazy that somebody donated these Nuit Tags from Aloe Yoga. Absolutely insane. They're in a size extra small, and they are the straight leg sweatpant, and they're in gravel, which is one of their core colors. So this is a color that's always around, but people are always looking to match their Aloe Yoga sets, and it's just such a great piece to have found at the thrift store. I'm so jazzed about this. Found a pair of these and a pair of Alfred Eden sweatpants that were Nuit Tags next to each other. So some blessed young lady just donated these, decided never to wear them and got rid of them. And I am happy that I was the one that found these. So excited about those. Those should resell for 65 or 75 bucks. Like that was a pretty good find, honestly. Very happy with that. Then I have 4 pieces that I picked up for myself. I found this little vintage frame. I have been looking for some frames for some artwork that my sister made for me. This was 99 cents, so that was a great pickup. This piece was supposed to be $15, but it was red tag, so it was 25% off, and it is just a little Lululemon sports bra. And I've been working out a lot lately, so I've been looking to find some new like sportswear and stuff like that. So we'll try this on. If it fits me, I'll keep it. I couldn't find the size dot, and if it doesn't fit me, then I will sell it. So no problem either way. Either way is a win for sure. That I was pretty jazzed about this. This is a pair of pajamas, and I've been really getting into wearing matching pajama sets. Something about it just makes me feel so nice. Like it just makes me feel amazing. These are a beautiful pair of pink striped pajamas from Garnet Hill, which Garnet Hill makes expensive things. And I got both pieces, so a long sleeve top and matching long bottom for $7.99 for both. So I'm pretty pleased with that. $8 for these. I'm assuming these retail for way over $100. The tag is kind of worn out, so I believe these feel like they're cotton, but I love the pink stripe. I think that's darling. And then I found a second pair as well, the exact same pair, but this one has this like little bird and green and blue pattern, which I actually grabbed these. I feel like my mother-in-law would love these. And these were also $7.99 for both. I feel like she might be watching. Monica, if you're watching, let me know if you want these. I bought these for you, but if you don't want them, then I'll just keep them. But I feel like those are just great deals. Couldn't pass it up. So yeah, I got 2 pairs of pajamas, the golden frame, and a Lululemon sports bra for myself. Then I got 8 items to resell. So I did all of that. And I look to make around $360 of profit off of these pieces. This is always guesswork of what I think things are gonna sell for. So turning $89 minus the things I bought for myself into around $360 of profit, I feel like is not bad. You're 4 timesing your money. But just compared to the bins where I got 28 items for the same price as the 8 items that I got at the regular thrift store to resell, plus way more things for myself, and I stand to make $975 of profit off of that, I just feel like the comparison is pretty clear and it's helpful for me knowing this, and hopefully helpful for you guys too, knowing that it is going to be most likely more profitable to find things and dig through the bins than it is to go to a normal rack store. Of course, you have more time invested and it's definitely more of a physical labor. And sometimes people just aren't suited to digging through the bins. There's a trade-off for everything though. So I would love to hear from you guys which haul you guys thought was a better haul, the fewer things that I got today at the rack store or the larger thrift haul of things I found from digging in the bins. But also let me know which type of video you like better. Do you like to see me go to a rack store? Do you like to see me dig through the bins? That would be super helpful to know. I feel like my personal preference is digging through the bins. I feel like I'm on a bigger treasure hunt that way. But I like doing both. That's the beauty of being a thrifter. I enjoy thrifting in any and every situation. There's no thrifting I will say no to, including digging through trash. Like, I will do it all. I will. I'm pretty happy with everything that I was able to find, and I'll be able to give some things to some friends and family too. So always a win for sure. And I am working behind the scenes, guys. I have been putting in hours on working on a humongous challenge series that will be coming to you guys very soon. So stay tuned, follow me on Instagram, make sure you don't miss anything that comes out. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll catch you guys in next Sunday's video. Bye.